What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video, and today we've got the first round of Apex Online Racing F5 round 1 from Australia. Then we are starting 6th on the grid. We've got our teammates behind us in 7th. We'll be going alongside him, then going down into turn 1. And hopefully we'll be hoping for a good race. Of course, this is our first race in AOR. We've got 4, 5 lights out, and we are there racing in Australia. We're off the line to a pretty decent start. You can see the Ferrari is heavily bogged down in front of us, so we're trying to dive it down the inside. He's got off to a fairly poor start, and you can see that we've hit the apex perfectly. The cars behind us have been left bewildered, and you can see them. We've gotten into the side of the Williams. We've lost our front wing, and that's pretty much our race over. We're running so high up the field. We were doing a really good job off the start, but all of that has been ruined. We've locked up in the gravel. You know, this is definitely going to cost us a good pit stop, and of course all the seconds we're going to be losing on this lap, as we do have no front wing. This has definitely been an absolutely dreadful, kind of a nightmarish start, and you can see there someone else has lost their front wing, and it's Williams, the teammate of Gibbs, who actually spun, and he was the person we lost our front wing on. So it looks like his teammate is having as much luck as we are. And that is, of course, not very much. You can see the Williams that we smashed into is actually behind us, but he still has all his front wing in intact. I don't believe he has any damage, so he'll be staying out. But both of us, of course, have to come into the pits, and we've put on a nice set of those medium prime tyres. Those nice white stripe tyres, a nice new set, of course. The softs were only 1 lap old, and a massive shade, massive hindrance to our strategy, but we're just going to have to get our head down, get on with it in this race. You know, it's a good job it's a 50% race. 29 laps, a lot can happen. We can definitely get into the points, aid us some, disconnections, and we generally did have probably top 5 pace in the league, even if this wasn't ever our best track. So hopefully I'll be going for podiums and possibly even wins later on in the season as we cross the line then. Just showing that someone has pitted, and we're right behind the Toro Rosso then, who has just come out of the pits, and this was basically just to show that we did have the pace to even match those on fresh medium tyres. Even though we're on 7 lap old medium tyres, we're still keeping pace with the new medium tyre runners. Of course, this is because they've got cold tyres at the start, but you will see, or you might not see, that I do actually manage to stay in touch with them for quite a long time to say. Of course, there are much fresher tyres. You can see them. The tyre temperature is not looking too bad, but the tyre wear is definitely starting to creep, and you can see we're only about 3 or 4 seconds away from the Toro Rosso. But we do decide to go into the pits on lap 12 and to put another set of the medium compound tyres on. And we were thinking about a 1 stop, but after this stop we thought, no, we'll convert it into a 2 stop, of course not counting the stop on lap 1. And we're probably going to be putting on a nice set of the option tyres at the end, but you can see them blue flags are waving. This is first place. Flame Dragon, we're getting completely out the way there. There's no point in holding him up or trying to race him. I don't see the point of really doing that. We're just going to try and get on with our race. We may have lost a good few seconds there, but what can we do? It looks like the Ferrari is pitting, but no, he's come back onto the track. He's swerving all over the place, obviously keeping out of our way, not doing anything to us, but of course that has ruined his racing. You can see there, choosing to retire. I think he was just, kind of fed up of racing, and probably thought he might be a danger to himself and of course other drivers, taking away enjoyable experience from other drivers. But you can see then 2 drivers have pitted. We're on lap 20. We have managed to kind of close up, even if we did have to make that extra stop at the start. We have made our way up into 6th place. Sorry for the newest mistake. Sorry, we're in 7th and hoping to try and get 6th place off the Ferrari. We'll have a much better run. We're going to be going round the outside, which will soon become the inside of the next corner. We're running side by side. He seems to be really squeezing us. He's making it clear that he wants a position. We're giving him plenty of room to come around the outside. We don't want to cause any contact. Of course, he is on new fresh tyres, but of course at this stage we weren't sure what we were going to do, so I'm still going to be fighting for this position. You can see he's making a couple of mistakes there going on the grass, which have lost him just for fractions of time, and you can see then taking a horribly wide line, and that's basically allowed us through. He's giving us a lot of room, which is very good to see, and hopefully this can continue, of course, on the much faster tyres, but we're still trying to do the best we can. He's trying to make it a lunge up there, but I'm not sure why, what he's doing there. That's basically an impossible corner to overtake. We did manage to stay ahead of him, but we have chosen to come into the pits because we thought otherwise we'd have a train of cars and then our tyres would probably be dead around that, 25, 26, and then we'd just be sitting duck and probably, drop out of the points. So we thought, why don't we just put the new set of option tyres on? Even though we have dropped out the points, we should, be trying and get ourselves up maybe to where we were before in around 7th place. But we can see then this is basically just showing how much we were held up by the car ahead. Majorly, you can see then getting the DRS, but he's just pulling away so much on the straights, and straight line speed on this track is absolutely abysmal. Those final 2 corners really hindering my straight line speed and my kind of run up the straight into turn 1. You can see then we're getting a couple of warnings with corner cutscenes, but nothing too much to be worrying about, as I think we'll probably be losing more time than we're gaining there. And you can see then he has run wide, and look, we've got to be kind of caught unawares. We'll be going up his inside. We're going to be making that move stick, and we have got ourselves up into 10th place, but meanwhile we have 2nd place behind us, so hopefully on this home straight definitely provides a good opportunity for us to let him pass. We're going to be coming to the side. We're not going to be interrupting his race. He's done a really good job in the Toro Rosso to come 2nd in this race, so credit to him. I think he had a 30-second gap on either side of him, and credit to Flame Dragon, who, spoiler alert, won this race. But anyway, we have caught up to the other Toro Rosso, really struggling on those very worn tyres, but we've made a mistake going to the final corner. We've been absolutely clattered into by the caterer, of course, completely our fault there. Of course, we're coming back onto the track, but nothing we can do. Trying to get on with our race now. We've got the DRS. Can we make 2 overtakes with just 3 laps to go? We'll have to see. We're coming across the line. We've gone green. Let's see what we can do then. He's taking an awful corner cutting Jehovah line there, but we're definitely going to be going around the outside of him now, which will soon become the inside of this next corner. Going down into the braking zone, he's broken that bit later than us, but we've got the line. He's completely turned in on us aimlessly, a bit carelessly there, but of course probably being a bit frustrating. You can see that we've had to lunge it up the inside, and he left us a room. We wouldn't have done that, but we're kind of caught unawares, and we're kind of giving that place back, kind of not fighting him too much, of course, but we should be able to get a good run out of this final corner. He's on much more worn tyres, of course, but our tyres are starting to go. I think they're about 7 laps old. The option tyres wear fairly quickly around this track. Going down into turn 1, we're gaining quite a lot of time on the Toro Rosso. We're opening the DRS, and can we make a move? We'll have to see. Going down into this next corner, going down into braking zone, can we make the move stick? We'll have to see. We're going wheel to wheel. This is brilliant stuff in our first ever race in AOR, in F5, and you can see then he's backed out of it. He's admitted defeat. We're coming across the line, and we have admitted, but we have got 9th place and 2 points in our first race in AOR F5. Certainly not going the way it wanted to, but hopefully we'll have better fortunes in Malaysia, and that's where I'll see you guys next. So I've been Racing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.